Welcome to the IIEE National Chess Olympiad Season 4. Hello and welcome to our live. And we are now in the 5.7 IIE Season 4 Group 2B Team Battle. and let's watch or let's share rather our screen for the IIE Season 4 Group 2B team. And this is brought to you by the following sponsors. Wait, guys. All right, so for our team for tonight, we have IIEE Southern Laguna, IIEE CRCSA chapter, ASME Chess Club. So this the 2B team battle. I think this is the second or the second round for the 2B team. And we also have the IIE Bahrain, IIE Metro South, IIE WR CSA, IIE CDO, IIE Cebu chapter, IIE Batangas, and IIE Bulacan. Yeah, and 12 minutes to go before the start of this round. And let's also take a look at what's happening in the what we call seven perfect seven. I think that's the name of the other tournament before this. So wait, guys, for a minute, I'm going to check the tournament. Seven perfect seven. Yeah, 7 p.m. perfect seven, and I think they still has one game. Three games to go before the start of their before the end of their tournament. So let's take a look. So this is six perfect seven IIE Chess Masters. They're on the fourth round right now, and we have players for the top players 3.5 J Villial Floor. We also have Pinoy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have James 117. We also have Otex 69. We also have Ronald 49. We also have Marco underscore Villarreal. We have also Mimoy. We have also PJ5, Enryu 99, and IIE team. So these are the top 10. We have 25 players together with Sir Joseph Gomban, Vono Bishop, Jepop, Marco Polo G, Vlad 1025, first enrollee, William Paul Q 21, Zad William, Youngman 363. We also have Red Nasela Daip, and for the last five, Valiant 27, also Justin Argent 26, Makasler, Akiyoshi, and Uwat. So let's take a look at their games. J. Villipor versus Pinoy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So White played or J. Villaflor played with E4. What will Pinoy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will reply to him? This is a 10-minute game without any increment. It's a perk defense right now, and this is the perfect 7. Yeah, 6 perfect 7 IIEE. Let's change the name of this tournament. For the meantime, we're going to tune in here. We still have 10 minutes before the start of our IIE 7th. Oh wait, was that 5.7 IE Season 4 Group 2B Team Battle. This is the main event, but for now we're just going to take a look and check the games. Now we're seeing a perk defense from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he played D6 and E5 in the Philippines. So let's take a look. Let's check what's happening now. D5 has been played. There. And black just played A6. So black is happy having a close center versus white. But of course, black will also try to play C takes D4 if possible. Then after castling, maybe black can play B5. But for now, white has already placed his pawns to counter the V5 move. So black will be playing this kind of move. And the knight would go to G6. Some sort like the knight maneuver of the Rui Lopez. But let's see. Pinoy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will able to play accordingly to his plan. Right, so rook e8 and knight f to g6. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so queen d2. White still wants to play to castle either both sides, but black just opened this file, the z file. So should white take with the e pawn or with the c pawn? Let us see which is better. But I think white will play c pawn and together, rook c1 is the best move here. Yeah, and black will just play, but now it's prevented because of this bishop. So what would be the changes or the improvement here for white? Because white can castle kingside, but his pawns are already advanced, so this is much more weaker for him. And okay, knight g6. So should white stay on the center, I mean the king, and then proceed with pawn storm, or just go with this move, king to g2 after king f1? Because the rook is much more, it's better needed here on this side, I think. All right, so let's see. Okay, let's check other games aside from them. Uh-huh. This is their game, Villaflor. Let's check Ronald 49. And from the opening, e4. And this is a Panov, I think, not Panov, but I don't know the exact. Maybe fantasy variation, yes. Fantasy variation of. Okay, fantasy variation of the Karokan. And okay, black give white a two bishop advantage in this open position. So let's see if white would. Oh, there's now a sacrifice from Marco Villarreal 20. Will this sacrifice works? Let us see. Oh no. White center. So white center is just alright, so there's a check, and now the king went that way, so white has no center anymore. And I think white just want to keep these pieces, the rook and the bishop, they're inactive, but there are a lot of ways that black can, for instance, pawn to e5 sacrifice. But now there's a threat to the queen, so he has to play another move. And this is the end of the last move, rook e8. And let's see, white has space advantage. Yeah, and so white has space advantage, and white is enjoying attacking on the king side. But would black be able to develop his other pieces? Those are the questions. Those are the next questions. So e5 is a very strong move, as I mentioned a while ago, and now white cannot take it because it's twice defended too. So queen moves there with the threat of rook takes f6. But let's see, will black be able to see this threat? He can just play these two moves, but the last move I provided is just rook takes knight, hanging the knight. So I think king h8 is much better. Queen h6 on this position. But if he plays queen h6, then this pawn drops and another threat, retreating again. Then bishop takes knight. The knight is twice attacked, and because of this pin. So let's see how Ronald 49, my friend, will be able to survive this position. So for those viewers, our viewers there, thank you very much for joining our live. I was not able to. Oh yeah. Oh, I was able to edit it. I think I was able to edit it. It is a group 2B team battle. Oh, I was not able to edit it. Okay, in the title 2A. Anyway, the content of this is just this one. All right, so knight move on d5 and f4, and still white has space advantage, but black has some improvement with his pieces are active right now. So let's take a look at the other games. We don't want to stay there. 3 minutes before the start of the 5.7 IE Season 4 Group 2B. So it's about a matter of less than 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to check it out. 1 and 49. So let's go back to the 6 Perfect 7 IE Chess Master. This 6 Perfect 7 IE Chess Master started. Is it starting 7 o'clock usually before the team battle? And now James 11 has already won this game. So let's check the other games like PJ5 and Mimoy. Mimoy, yeah. So what are their openings? So this is Scandinavian or center counter. Oh, White had just given away the D pawn, but yeah, there's a huge counter attack actually. And they just keep on developing there. Knight e5 centralization, a very nice move for white, and this is a queenless middle game. So what would the two players offer? Will offer to us the beauty of this queenless ending, queenless middle game rather. So knight takes bishop is threatened, and also white's pieces are occupying the center together with black too. But whoa, so this will lead into a isolated d pawn middle game, or rather end game in the future. So there's a threat like knight b4 going c, and he wants to remove the bishop on c4 so that black can fully occupy the d5 with a piece, a strong outpost. All right, so the 5.7 IE group season 4 already started. We're going to go back on the 6 perfect 7, but now let's check okay the games. And okay, for IE Southern Laguna we have Michael Swasilio, Chester 25, and Mon 04. Later we're going to check all the team members for each team. Who are the team members? Of course, we need to know them. Okay, Michael Swasilio, White IE Southern Laguna versus CDO, Rababel 2017. So this is a slab defense and an advanced A4 with this. So A5 played by black. So black could also take here and go with the classical slab, but I think this would lead into a London system. Would black play bishop g4 or bishop f5? No. So knight a6 has been played, and now this is some sort of hybrid London system against this slab. And let's see. Okay, so they're just copying, but this knight is also suitable to this position, knight before going to c2, and it would attack the rook and the king. So castle has been played by white. So both players are just developing the pieces. Now the knight wants to jump there, but there is no real purpose now because rook c1 is always available, and he cannot step in anymore. So black has to continue developing and castle. So this is a very exciting middle game, and this is the start of the scoring of teams. So let's see if there are scores already. PSME Chess Club had a score already with 2 and Bulacan. So they are the first one to strike first. And let me see if the one of the player of the PSME Chess Club is here. Oh, they're one of the best players not here. So they give way to the other players. Yeah. So C takes D5 and is some sort of Karokan ano. So this is a Karokan setup already. Transposition to a Karokan setup. So there's no real significant advantage for each side. And I think the position is just roughly equal. Yeah, so let's check the other games, and there is new game. This is SSGA Gunnar versus Otec 69 from PSME Chess Club versus IE Bulacan. So E4, E5, and E5 and E4. Queen E2 is the usual here, of course. And then Queen E7 or Knight F6, and then plays D3. With Queen E7, he has to play Knight E4, of course. Also, Knight C8 has been played after Knight F6. This is common. And he has to play Queen E7 so that White should play Knight D4. But the problem is the bishop. But Black played Bishop F5. So D3 is the next move here. Queen E7 and then pawn takes. So there will be a lot of captures on the E4. But at the end, this is a roughly equal position. So pawn takes, knight takes, bishop d2, bishop takes castle. So this is the main moves that about to happen on this part. But would they choose that variation? Yeah, takes. So White played bishop d2 right away, and he's waiting for a castle. Queen moves there, but what about this very strong move, castling, and then pawn takes a2, pawn takes, and then check goes there. Would that make sense? And when the queens go back to a4, then pawn takes bishop. So Black doesn't want to take on a2. Maybe Black knows this line, so king b1 is more suitable here, or pawn takes e4. And then he has to capture it using the queen. And queen takes, knight takes, of course, or simply after queen takes, bishop takes f6 would be better for White too. Okay, there's no choice rather than queen takes pawn. Is there any other good move like queen a2, but the bishop would hang? So yeah, bishop takes f6, pawn takes. Those are the main lines, and then queen takes there, and bishop c4, roughly equal. So Black chooses now queen f4, king goes there, and then pawn takes f6, I think, or he could also play this move, check, capture. What a clever move, queen takes f6. But what about queen d2? There's a solution. Queen d2, queen takes, rook takes, pawn takes, and then knight d4. Yes, so that's the queen d2, not queen b1 because of the trick. So Black has some problem in the endgame, this one, and his knight and rook is still on the game, out of the game. I mean, also the bishop and the rook is still out of the game. Roughly, White has a slight advantage, but Black can still recover, but not letting Black weaken his double pawns. So not letting Black having two that two weak pawns. Okay, the f7 or f6. So after c6, White has a very healthy pawn structure right now compared to Black, and rook f4 is just good because this pawn will drop, but rook will be occupying the files. For example, g6, bishop g6 capture, rook e8. Oh, black should never try to move these pawns. It would become a, yeah. That's the problem, and there are now three weak pawns, and the first pawn has been captured. So I think white is better here now. So rook e8, rook e1, and white can win conveniently. Right? Let's go to other games. Of course, we don't want to confine ourselves there. So let's take a look at other games from the PSME Overio, a master. From the CDO, we already checked the game of others. So Noah Skyler, I don't have any game. Pinoy, already we checked. The Punch. DGH 2075. Okay, let's check the game of DJ 75 versus Cramsire. Right, let's do it. Okay, rook takes a6. From what opening is this? F4, my beloved opening. And d4. Oh, he's going for a stonewall attack. And b4 already advanced, followed by these moves later. So black just prevented it first with knight a7, king b8. Okay, queen b3, focusing on this side. So let's see if white would succeed attacking the king side. Goes back, knight b2. Oh, this knight keeps on going back. Now he has to protect this, but there is a leeway now for the knight going to e5 and the bishop going to these two squares. Oh, I think this is the best move first. Knight goes there and then bishop goes here. But he rather opened the position, and now the bishop is developed. I think this is the idea of white to open the two files, and black has just played e5. But what are the odds here? There is a pawn takes and then f4. Would this be the plan of black? Trying to weaken the d4 and the e3 pawns. So would this succeed, or simply white plays d5? But white already played this move and captured check. So he could also play knight a7, but would there be a very good sacrifice here? Okay, rook takes and then followed by rook a7. Will there be a mate? That's the big question. Because after c5, the bishop will be free. Oh, so the rook just goes back. No complication, but rather rook there is much better attacking this pawn. And now he has to give away the queen, I think. And that is the best. Yeah, this is better than the one we analyzed. So rook takes b7, king takes, and I think pawn to. Oh yeah, so this one first, but this will weaken the two pawns anyway. There's no problem about that. Knight would love to go to d6 and c6 and d6. Yeah, but they are going on a different way. So I think the bishop should help. Queen c5. Knight can always help there, but if he goes there, then that's the bit of a problem. I think this is the best now. He wants to go there, check, and once the king goes there, check, and there, and then mate. There's a huge threat there. Not unless, oh, this is the best, I think. Not unless rook will take it, but it's pinned, so he can always take the knight for free on the next turn. Right, so please do share a live, guys, and oh yeah, sorry. I think we are now on the 5.7 IIEE Season 4 Group 2B Team Battle. Okay, so let's change. Okay, on the 6.7 IIEE Chess Master, there's still I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. There's still 2 rounds. Okay, 2 rounds to go. All right, so whites now is very has a space advantage. Yeah, very spacious. That's what I mean. White now is very spacious with his queen. Cannot be chased away from c5, and now it goes to b6, a perfect place for the queen. And then d6 would follow. And then knight can go to c5. That means mate is always on there. There is also I think C5 and C6 coming to this position. So I think we can say that white is safe and he can now win the position. So he has to go back and yeah, he resign. So let's check the other games. The games the players who were not. Uh, let's give chance to other players for their games to be viewed. Marco Polodi, yeah, Marco Polodi versus our sister. Okay, let's go and let's check the games. E4, C5. So this is Sicilian and this is an open Sicilian with Nadjajor. Castle knight c6 and with a5 threatening the bishop f4. Mhm. And rook e1 just good. Oh, what does this king move means? We're puzzled, but white already strike and knight e3. This is nice. I like this move. And then he goes back attacking the queen and then f5. Wow, a really great move by black, a nice defense by black. And after this I think rook takes d6 is feasible in this position and he can play this. Black has already equalized and I think much better in this position. Marco Valdi is from the IIE CRCSA chapter while our sister is from IIE Bahrain. This is the IIE Season 4 Group 2B team battle. Later we're going to play uh, their branding music. That would be later, I think in the mid of our live. Alright, so rook takes and black is solid. Now white's bishop is shut down. The queen won't go anywhere. This is hard for white and the rook won't go anywhere too. This rook is not yet on the game. The knight is simply attacking something but not worth of it. So if he takes this pawn, takes bishop, it doesn't mean a lot because there is a check there and that's mate. So that bishop cannot move away from that square. Right? Of course, after check, he can always place here, but can capture, 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 and knight f2. Knight f2 is the final blow on this position. So, what would happen? Okay, so he chased away the knight f2 first, and simply the knight would go back and attack the queen. That is for that is for the natural move of this position. But let's see if there are other tricks for black. Yeah, black has only one move. Knight to f6 and the queen should go here for sure and then play rook g6, but would that complicate the game? That's the question. All right, so you can always go for queen and attack this knight, but yeah, if black can only play this and then black is safer because the queen is almost some sort like trap in this position. Yeah, bishop d7 is better so that the knight should take that and the rook should go there. This queen to queen, I don't like this queen to queen because this queen is not so active on that position because that rook and queen would cause really a delay for white. That is an attack, but not it's not a huge attack actually without the other pieces. There are many defenders for black, so white decided now to go back because he sees that nothing would happen substantial after this after the attack. So after the rook goes to g3 and he now goes back, right? And I think he wants to replant every of his piece. So how should black continue? That's the question. I think rook e, rook move here and then target this pawn is one of the things that he can do in this position, and then continue with queen queen e7 attacking the knight. But the problem is we have no increment and black's position is black's clock is only has 1 minute and 38 seconds while Marco Poldi has 2 minutes. White has better advantage on time. So I think that's the point that Marco Polo did not complicate the position further after rook g3, so he can always play bishop d7, rook g3, and the queen is trapped, and bishop d7, rook g3, queen e7, and that's the problem. He has to go back then, so that's why he did not choose that way, and I think it would be too complicated for white. So rook knight goes back here, but yeah, this should be the target a while ago. Okay, I'm seeing c5 as a good move, but there's a c4 on this part. But rook takes, pawn takes, and then pawn takes. Black is okay on this position, as I do believe. But black doesn't want to complicate things more, so he's playing this move and together with c5. King f7. I think it's a waiting move, but white already had a lot of chance now, and because of the time that he has, time advantage on clock, so I think white can survive. White can survive this game without any problem. That's the problem now. White got something upon, and he wants and bishop g6 or queen g6 comes next. So how should black deal with it? Thank you very much for those who like our live, and uh, let's also welcome Sir JB Nasel. Thank you for being here with us. Okay, thank you very much for always supporting our live, and together with our supporters and viewers every Sunday. I just came from a tournament a while ago in the Olops Marikina, so we do some officiating there, and yeah, Queen King G8. 20 seconds, so hard for black to survive here. Together with the pressure like rook b8, e6 is under pressure, so white's pieces are just active. That's the big deal here, and he can just play rook d8, but rook e6 falls. But rook a there, and then rook takes. So better go back. 15 seconds for black. So I think Sir Marco Polo D is thinking whether he has to further uh, pressure the bishop or just go back to b3. That's the only choice for that rook. Or he can simply take it. But what would be the continuation? Uh-huh. But he can always give back the material, right? That's the problem. There's a trick. He takes f5. So I think rook takes c8 is much better a while ago. Check. Wow, what a nice combination. Queen takes, goes there, and then rook takes. There's only a draw in this position, but whoa, that's the big blow of black, and I think it's black is winning. So the tables have turned down, and yeah, rook f2. What a nice game from our sister. Oh, there's a huge counter attack there. Galing, ah. Our sister is very, very. Let's giving a round of applause for that nice combination that he did. Yeah. Okay. So let's go and let's check some other players. Let's go for the Sir Jaime versus Sir Richard 78. Sir Richard 78 is from IIE Bulacan. I think this is Richard. Sir Richard, I know you know him already. Sir Jaime is from ER CSA. So he's from WRCSA. And this is just the opening part, d4, d5. a6, b5, and yeah. So it's still part of the opening. I think this is one of the games that we're going to tune into. So we have 1 hour and 8 minutes. What happened to our scores? Let's check first before we continue this game. We have the PSME Chess Club leading with 8 points together with the Southern Laguna with 8 points. But we still have 1 hour and 8 minutes. So Bulacan, Metro, South, and Bahrain comes next from them. So they have 6 points each. and followed by CDO WRCSA 4 and 3, and CRCSA with 2, and Cebu chapter with 0, and Batangas with 0. Whoa. And on the individual, Mon 04 from Southern Laguna has the highest point with 6 points. So I think there are what we call side prizes, okay, on this tournament. Yeah, so let's go back to the one that we are viewing. And after Bishop B3, I think Sir Jaime is thinking how can he continue? Because if he plays this move, Knight G5 will always be there, but that's illegal, of course. So Black cannot play this. But of course, King H8, and with this move, Knight G5 and F7 is threatened. So he has to do something, or he has to play this move. Otherwise, it would become weak after this knight, and then the queen jumps on H5. So those are the odds on this position. Bishop B7 would also be good, but again, there is always a move like this. So I think Black should rather play something like H6 on this position first, so that no knight G5 will ever come to that square. Would you agree with that? Or the knight should go there and capture this bishop right away. But again, there's still moves like this, but you have here the H6 pawn. So with knight A5, knight G5, for example, takes, H takes, and then he has time to chase away the knight after H6. So I think knight A5 is the best move on this position. Otherwise, he would allow these two maneuvers, and that is what we call the Greco position, and that targets the two squares H7 and F7. A Greco mating attack, or Greco. Alright, so we're going to go back, okay, on their game, but let's see some action from other players. From Cebu chapter, there is Serpin Luck. Wag na to. Because and this also on endgame. Okay, so let's go with this, Sir Revalas Loidi versus Knock Knock 0 2 24 1983. So from Cebu chapter, Sir Revelax and Knock Knock from Metro South. And let's take a look at their opening. It's a Karukan again with advanced variation, but it's now on the French opening. So they took, and then the knight loves to go on this on D5, but I think he wants to revitalize here by playing this, so that the D5 will be secured. Yeah, that's the idea. But white already has this move, F5, and let's go and check. Okay, black has already. Knight goes to G5, and he wants to go on F6 or D6 on this position, also attacking the C5, but black releases the pressure right away. This is the backward pawn, so black has to play this, but the bishop is guarding there. Knight could also go here, and then white can also do some queen and bishop attack on the G2, but it's protected. Now, regarding with these pawns, white can always play F5 and then bombs this area, like rook takes F7, but I think it's not yet time. If white only has the G4 and F5, that would be much more better. But now, with the queen on E7, white goes to H3 and now starts targeting the H7, and he wants to weaken some of these pawns. So with white succeed further weakening the black's position, or he just go D6, just attacking F7 and B7. Would that be the best move? And then followed by this F5, the mighty G4 and F5 move that would crack the black's position and will tear it apart. So let's wait, okay, for Knock Knock and Rhea loves Loidi to activate their plans. Oh, so Queen F2, I think is going that way. Yeah, but now it was chased away, and it's time for the plan B, going for this knight maneuver. But would black go here? Oh yeah, rider B, because the rook is guarding the A3. So he can also attack on the bishop there, but the bishop will just go to C2 and support the advance, I think. So the queen f3 is also designed to protect this d4. But where would the knight go now? What direction would the knight go here? So I think this is a bad move for white. The knight will not go anywhere on this position, and the pawn f4 is hanging. That's one thing for sure. That pawn f4 is hanging. Is that a bait pawn, or is just white made a mistake? Knight takes f4. There's a check on h3, so white has to move again. There are no clear tricks here because there is a capture with check and just losing the rook and also weakening the pawn structure. So he has to go back on g3, and I think the knight would just go here. We go in d3 attacking the queen and then go b4. Will also work and go to d5, but mhm, would just help white because white already has the attack on this two file. So bishop went here to support the d3 advance by attacking the rook first so that the knight could go d3 without any problem and supported by the bishop. So this is a knight trick by black. Is there any clear attack on this position? That's the big question. Or even to the f6 after this move. But the queen is just there. That's the big problem. The queen is just there, protecting. E7 is protecting the f6 all the time. So there is a knight check. Why did he not choose this knight check? But rather knight d3 and f2. So queen goes here and go there. But could we try? Can we try queen e2 or f1? Can we try it also so that it would pin this position, the knight and the bishop? But after queen e2, I think the knight will just go b4. So there's no sense of pinning the knight. So let's see. If the knight was here a while ago, it's much better. It's much more better on this position. The f1 pawn should not fall. But I think it's intentional that he allow the capture of the pawn f4 so that he can open the file. But the main problem now of white is that the bishop is taking over the f1 square. So I think that's main the main issue on this position. So black now is attacking the queen side and getting the file. I think black would succeed here. Pawn queen b4, queen f4. So he has to go back to e7 again. So that's a big problem. So he's going for a double rook battery, and he's now attacking the h6. So g5 can be good, but there is a knight fix, and rook g3 follows. How would black tries to defend that position? Right, let's check the scores. PSME Chess Club maintains their lead with 12 points. IIE Bulacan with 10 points, Southern Laguna with 10, Bahrain with 8, Metro South with 6, CDO with 6, CRCSA with 4, WRCSA with 3, Batangas with 2, and Cebu chapter on the 10th. So, what can you say, guys? Okay, who will win in this position? H5 is the correct move here, but what about G4? G4 is a very, very strong move. It would follow through with this move and capture, and then bishop takes, queen takes, and I think after queen takes, black has a lot of problems on this position. So the rook just get there on c8, and he's with the g4 move, rook c2 is coming on the air, but okay, so queen g3 and rook h5. Okay, one is the quickest threat of this position. So if black can reorganize these moves And I think so far it would be good for white. But now black, he starts to defend, and he wants to go on the queen side, of course, with these maneuvers. If white would allow him, but there is a mighty pawn to d5 on this position, and there's also a queen f4 check. Yeah, knight g5. So the knight g5 wants to go back to f6, the main square for that knight a while ago. So rook now went on c1 attacking this rook, so he has to go back. So there's a check, but there's a problem. After king g7, he has to deal with this rook. So what about that? Because this rook is hanging, so two pieces now will be hanging. Oh, what's on white's mind? That's a problem. If black plays here, knight f6 is checked. White can still save his rook, but with king g7, what would white do? What would white do in this position? So that's a clear question that we need to ask white. Two pieces of him will be hanging, so is there any way that he can save the two pieces? Or will black find that, well, he found the clever move, and now two pieces are hanging? He cannot just take the rook because the rook will take the c1, and that's a check. King g7. Okay, what would Sir Lloydie do? What is his on mind? On his mind, rather. Alright, so let's take a look at, we're going to go back on that position, but let's take a look at 5.7 IIEE Season 4 Group 2B Team Battle. 56 minutes before the end of this tournament. Yeah, wait, let's just look what happened. Check, and now the knight will be hanging. So I think white is lost, losing material on this. Whoa, there's a check again. So that's a huge problem to them. Okay, let's go back to the main window. Okay, PSME Chess Club with 16, Bulacan with 12, Southern Laguna with 10, Metro South with 8, Brain with 8, CRCSA Chapter with 6, CDO with 6, WRCSA with 3, Batangas with 2, Cebu Chapter on the 10th place. Oh, so Sir Ian Pinlac is playing, but the other players are, I think, just... Yeah, the 6 perfect 7 is just on the round 7, the last round. So I think their players will be coming here because some of the players here is still active. Maybe they're still playing on the other tournament. Yeah, but we'll wait for them, of course. There is a conflict between the two tournaments anyway, so they still have 55 minutes to go. But before we continue, let's play the branding music of our IIEE National Chess Olympiad Season 4.
Dawn of the day, I hear you call. Face a new challenge, far, far away. Thrill of the fight as we fight to survive. For honor and glory, strong as a knight. Nothing can break us down. We will all wear a crown. We are unstoppable. We're proud like honor and shield. We are unbreakable. We're all invincible. Now we'll take on the world. Collapses all around us, fight like a knight. Join the fight, fight for our pride. Never rock the strap for what you believe in is right. Zero to hero, immortal hero. Another day is dawning again. Forget our troubles, we're standing the pain. Others are gone, but spirits remain. We're fighting the names while victory awaits. We're invincible, let's take on the world. Fight, fight for our lives. isn't viable. We can fight for our lives. When the world collapses all around us, fight like a lion. Join the fight for our pride. Never off the strive for what you believe in is right. Zero to hero, immortal hero. Zero to hero, immortal hero. Immortal hero.
So that is the song for the Immortal Hero, brought to you by the IE audio presentation, the branding song for our, or the official hymn of the IIE National Chess Olympiad Season 4. And we also like to thank the sponsors of our IEE. Yeah, next week we're going to view them. We don't have tonight. Sorry for that part. But of course, we want to thank those sponsors on our poster, and also the teams joining tonight. We still have 50 minutes before the end of this round. We also want to thank the former president, Sir Alvarez. Sir Alvarez, and he's ongoing contacted me, to do this live. So we have 50 minutes now, and let's check the number one game presented on this part. And I think this came from our Karokan variation again. Oh, rather, this is a Karpov position, if I do believe. If I still remember, one of the trademark of Karpov from the Karokans, or from the English, or the transpositional, or the middle game technique of Karpov, our world champion before Kasparov. So this is a game between Michael Swasilio and MJ Master 216. So Michael Swasilio is from IE Southern Laguna, and MJ Master from PSME Chess Club. And okay, to get our rankings for now, PSME Chess Club maintains the lead, 16 points, so 2 points lead from the IE Southern Laguna, which is 14, Bulacan with 12, Metro South with 10, Bahrain with 10, CRCSA with 10, CDO with 8, WRCSA with 5, Batangas with 4, and Cebu chapter. Yan. So also Lobo Skyler from Metro South is also here, and Sir Aglipay Overio. So we're going to check them later. But as of now, this is theoretical. Knight D5 still on the book, and the queen is on A5. I just don't remember if this is the correct move for the queen, but I will try to at least review the middle game that I'm talking about. I read it from the book, the opening according to Anatoly Karpov by who's that guy? I forgot that he's a grandmaster, but that is his book. Okay, so he suggested that from Karokan, from Queen's Gambit, declined or accepted, the same pattern happened. And there's a certain technique that Karpov always uses on this part. So this is the pattern. But I think the queen is here sometimes, or the queen is on the A5. But yeah, I'll just try to review it. But MJ Master is just on the main lines right now. Though he played Rook E5 and the Knight technically pins here, but what if the Bishop goes there? That's the question. So Bishop takes, and then Bishop B4. I think this is a good move. But Knight takes, Rook takes Queen, Pawn takes Bishop. Would that mean that this position is not so good? or would it favor black? Let us try to see. I think the queen in a5 is slightly not good on that position or misplaced. But is there any solution for black? Rook takes c4. Whoa, and followed by rook there, and then captures the pawn on c3. I think that would be the threat of black. It's a nice move. After bishop takes f8, there is what we call rook takes c3. And if it takes here, then rook takes and rook takes and pawn takes. It's still black has the advantage. So rook c8. Okay, I think he could have tried bishop takes f8. There, rook takes d5, rook takes there. And then after pawn takes, still two bishop, but the white's d pawn is weak, and the bishop will go to d5 at the end of that variation. If this was only chess.com, I can show you the exact position that I want to show you, but we cannot do it here because it's the lead chess and there is no analysis board, live analysis board available right now. So again, okay, welcome to our 5.7 IEE Season 4 Group 2B Team Battle. Let's check some other games. Oh, I think this is exciting. So we'll just stick to this first, and then maybe if we can still catch the game of but Noah Skyler versus Agdipa Elber is just on the end game already, and I think it's slightly draw. But yeah, white is winning. I think black loses his pawns. There are a lot of games that we want to check here. There are a lot of very interesting game, but some of them are already winning. We want something which came from the opening or middle game so that we can purely check the consistency or the skill of the players. I think queen takes d5 here. Yeah, queen takes d5 here, and an opposite bishop is being played now, and 246, 246. Yeah, it's some sort like equal. Okay, so he wants to trap the bishop. That's the idea. Yeah, but the bishop just went there. He's going back to g3 or f4 if possible. Yeah, let's take a look at other games. Let's take a look at some other games. Bongski. Wag na to. Let's try to see. Okay, relax. Redna Zela Dai versus Ian Pinlock from IE Bahrain. Redna Zela Dai versus Cebu chapter Ian Pinlock. So this is a Sicilian. I forgot the name of the variation. That's the problem. Scheveningen. Is this Scheveningen? No, that's Scheveningen. I just forget the name, the exact variation. And I have some trouble with this position. That's why I don't play e4 and 8 playing against Sicilian because of this line. Okay, bishop c4. There's knight f6 attacking this pawn, and if it goes there, it's going to take you. If it takes there, yeah. But now the c3 is under pressure. That's the big problem with this position. To those who are here, welcome guys to our live. We have 3 viewers right from the Yalvin Chess for Pinoy and Yalvin Chess YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and please do share our live. We are live until 10 p.m. and there's still 43 minutes and 16 seconds before the end of this tournament, this team battle. And glad that you came here, and hope you're enjoying our analysis. We're just doing quick analysis because they move too fast. Actually, though this is a 10 minutes game, but so hard to follow them. And if there is only an analysis board beside our main board, our main featured game, then that could really help us to achieve all the analysis that we want to show you. So knight e2, knight f6, and castle. So the pawn e4 is safe. Queen e5 doesn't really help sometimes in this position, and I think white is just safe here. But there is a continuous plan for black on this position. I just forget because it was a long time ago that I played e4, and I don't usually play e4 not unless it's safe to play e4. Otherwise, I play my pet opening. All right, so knight e2 and knight f6, knight e7, and then castle would be the main moves for black here. But white surely will castle in this position, and then we'll play bishop e2 or bishop f4 or bishop g5 or play a3. There's no pin. There's still a pin, but solvable by that move. So I think white is just safe now. And let's see how they're going to change the theory over what will be their best approach or plan on the middle game from this coming from this opening or position. F3 is unnecessary because it weakens this diagonal. Black can play here, and there's a problem with casting with white. So I don't recommend this move. That would give huge problem for black. Though you can still say that I can castle queen side, but as you can see, black is already heading towards the queen side now, and if you are going to go there, the bishop would just love to go this way. The pawns would love to go this way and trap that bishop. So there could be an inconvenience for the white king on the queen side because it's always black is always ready to do something on that queen side. We want also to greet our friends from the different parts of the world, of course, to the players of this of the IIEE. Yeah, so the IIEE was able to organize this tournament with the sponsors, of course, and also I really admire the one who organized how the scheduling would go to. So it's a very nice it's a very nice choice to do this. That there should be a grouping between the group A, group B, and group C, and they will play a lot of times, not every week, but a lot of times. So this can be at least like every other week or every other 2 weeks they're going to play. So it's not like last year that they are obliged to play weekly. Yeah, so I admire the one who do the scheduling. Yeah, and so queen, wait, what happened? Oh, that's the problem. That is the danger of this diagonal. I already mentioned the danger of this diagonal. So queen c5 is just a fork now, and black got the bishop. That's the danger there. I think he could have castled, or what should white played here is not castle but this move. All right, and then queen d3, bishop e3, and then only then go castling. It's still solvable actually, but black now can organize an attack like this move. So that would be the drawback of that position. Or if the queen is here, black can simply organize this fork, and this again brings discomfort to white. So the move f3 is not really good looking in that part of the opening, and black already has the advantage here. He wants to open the position and then free this bishop. That's all, and I think black is ready to go to the end game with a piece ahead. So we go now to the other players, and let's check them. Who are the players we're not able to see or not able to view their games? Let's give them a chance so that everyone could have. Wait, this is really cool, but black already has a center. And Ryu. So okay, this one. Okay, this is GJH 2075 versus James 117. So CDO versus CRCSA and Rui Lopez. If I'm not mistaken. Rui Lopez if I'm not mistaken. Oh, pero it's not a Rui Lopez. So I thought it was a Rui Lopez. But why should black play knight a5 and catch one of this bishop? Yeah, he already did it, but he did not capture it. Did he capture it on the latter part? Yes, he did. And now, black is so organized. He's playing like an elite player. That's how they work on this position. This bishop is just static. It could be ready to be open anytime soon if needed, because the target attack is on this king side, and queen and f5 should always be needed if possible on this position. So the knight now starts to jump there, but pawn takes or queen takes, which is better? Queen takes first. He can always go back and then play f5, of course. So go there and then play f5 and then open the position, of course, but not this move. White is further weakening his position. That's the big deal here. I don't recommend this pawn to g3. This our weekend bishop can take this. So if he goes there, there could be a great pressure in this position after this uh, series of moves. And here, the main problem of white are the two knights. Where is he going to bring the two knights? Is he going to go g4 and attack this queen and attack this pawn just for the sake of attacking? But yeah, he can always go here this way if black will not take the knight. But then it's so hard. The position is limited for white. With black having the two bishop, it's black has the initiative to open the position and free this bishop. And again, I've mentioned that this bishop is already pointing to the king side. So black is now ready to play f5 so that the rook, but white is clever. He cuts off the f5 move with the pawn to g4 because he knows that he can always play and maneuver the knight g3 to f5. Nice choice by white. So I would rather choose the queen to be here a while ago so that he can also play h5. And now the bishop can be open. Again, that's the goal of black. He always go for his goal. Pawn to e5. Will white use these two pawns, the center pawn, so that he can block black's attack and at the same time do his planning on his own? But there's no time to now to go knight f1 and g3. That's the main problem. Queen goes to e6 again, blocking this pawn. And again, he wants to put pressure here, but the knight starts to chase away the queen. And this is a very hard position for black now. If he goes check, then knight can always go there, and there will be a discovered attack. The queen will be left behind on d5. Of course, he can go either this way, but that would chase the queen away from the king side. And white can organize an attack already on the king side because this is not so well defended. As I've seen, already mentioned, there will be a discovered attack here, and it's not so useful that the king should check there and then just pin him, but that would be temporary only. "34 minutes to go and 20 seconds before the end of this tournament, or this team battle rather. 5.7 IIEE Season 4 Group 2B, and on the lead PSME Chess Club, just like what they did last time. But last time, Southern Laguna was always at their back, moving front and forth on their rank so that they can catch PSME. But now, PSME is superior. They are 4 points ahead, and Southern Laguna is just at the back of the Metro South with 18 points. The same points with them. Bulacan with 16, CRCSA with 12, Bahrain with 12, WRCSA with 11, CDO with 10, Batangas with 4, and Cebu chapter with 1. So what would you thought on this part? Oh, they traded queen. But the main problem is black needed the queen on this position. How was the queen was traded? Oh, white should not go for that. He could have played this move instead. Queen to e2. He should have avoided the queen captures or the trade of the queen. But because there's a potential attack on the black's king side. That is our point a while ago. There's a potential attack on the black's king side. So without the queen now, it's so hard to organize an attack. Though white has the center on this position, but the black's bishop exerts too much pressure on the both sides of the white's camp. So there are two directions for this bishop. They're working together now. Together with the rook, for instance, they will inflict great pressure to white. These two knights doesn't work on this position not unless there's a queen or white has the seventh rank. But now these two knights are not just good, though they are properly placed and safe. But again, black has the initiative here and is just keep on targeting and pressuring white. And with white only has 46 seconds compared to black having more than 3 minutes, or yeah, 4 minutes and few seconds. I think James 117 is in trouble on this position. It's so hard to organize an attack here. Black it always parries attack because of the power of the two bishops. And as you can see now, okay, the pawns are the main targets, and black will be having two pass pawns on this position. So black is winning, of course. So hard to organize an attack for white. It always favors black on this position. So I think we can change games right now, and let's take a look at the main hall. So there is 30 minutes left for the teams to catch points and catch PSME Chess Club. Chances for Metro South, Southern Laguna, and Bulacan are still there. But let's take a look at the other games. Right now, there is Enryu 99 versus Mon 04, CDO versus Southern Laguna. And enjoy watching for a while. All right, so let's go back to our game and let's see the opening. Where did it came from? I think this is Sicilian for sure. Uh-huh. And this is an idea of defense with bishop e2 and bishop e3 for white. I usually teaching this variation to my players during my last coaching in Marikina. So white was able to create a bind on d5. So it leads into a what we call Maroczy bind position. And now white is ready to play knight e5. So black is trying to as much as possible protect the e5 square because otherwise if we were able to take this knight, then this e5 won't have any defender anymore and this will become a pass pawn. So let's see how did the what is the game changer here on this position. Queen b6 and queen b4. So this is a nice maneuver by the queen. This is a nice maneuver by the queen. So black is doing well on this position. There are no mistakes, but white sacrificed the queen. And here there is a planning mate, but you could just play rook g8. Of course, is there any problem with that move? I don't think there will be a problem there. So pawn, bishop takes pawn is much better. But the main problem now is he's going for this h7, right? So he has to play this. Oh, no, not that one because of this one. So I think here it's much better that so that's the main problem. He will go e4 and then he cannot cover this anymore. So here he can go there, but there is a problem now. King f5, nice solution by black. Check, he goes there, he check. Wow, simply amazing. Black was able to find the best way to escape here, and now the h file is open here. So a draw could possibly be good for white too, but if white will try to insist checkmate, but there is a move like this now. So this is a double-edged position, except white would be lost on this track. So if he tries this queen d7 and threatening that b7 and a5, then I think black can recoordinate pieces and there is a mate like this. So whoa, white is just, why did he go h4? That's the problem. Why did he go h4? h3, he could have played king f1. He could have go f1 instead, right? But there is a checkmate like this, but bishop e4 can solve the problem. But here there is a huge problem now for white, and after g7 there is no useful check except queen takes here. But yeah, still black cannot move his king away. But after this move, it drops the bishop. That's the main problem. Yeah, so this is a game between Enryu and Mon04. Enryu 99 is from CDO and Mon4 is from Southern Laguna. And black has 3 pieces. White should draw. So the blunder is king to h3. The blunder is king to h3, and that is a huge mistake on white's part. So white has to really draw here. But the problem now is that black will keep him on checking. So yeah, rook f8 and then rook f4 is so killing, and white can resign now. So it's real organized. The attack is real organized from black side. What a nice game from Sir Mon04. Let's give him a round of applause for that game. All right, let's go with the other other players. We have how many? 19 minutes. So let's showcase other players. All right. So Sir Chester 25 versus Sing Sinarchi. Yeah. And let's start the opening. E4 D5. Scandinavian or center counter, and it went into a Karokan formation because of this. This is a Karokan formation with an open file, C file, and whoa, bishop went there. I thought it would go there and attack here, but bishop will just go there that way. So black is just on time attacking the c3. Why not capture this right away so it would be weakened? So bishop goes there. I think black will not pay attention to that move. Because after taking this, he will just take here, and if the knight goes there, there's always bishop takes knight to cover that square. So there could be no moves like this and checkmate or after this move. It's okay. So a4, so he will go that way. Okay, knight goes to e5, so he's threatening the knight. What should black do here? Queen b6, but that would lead to knight d7, queen c7, bishop f4, knight takes, and after this either bishop, but if pawn, then I think queen c7 eyeing on that pawn, takes first, takes, and queen c7, and you cannot simply take that because the bishop is hanging, and rook c8 is also coming this way. Bishop takes, I think pawn f7 takes is much better so that the rook, but again classical is it h takes g7, so he supports the pawn, but black keeps on advancing, and if he takes this, he will take this with the passed pawn. So there's always a helper, bishop b4, if ever the rook will pin the c file. So here, what should be the deal? Takes, go there, rook takes a2. What should be the best move for Chester and Sinarchi? So again, that's the play, and rook takes a2 is coming on its way. This pawn is weak. This is a pass pawn, and black is simply had a huge advantage and even a winning position right now. All right, there are now winners for the 6 perfect. Let's see them fast. Okay, so J. Villaflor was the winner, and then followed by James 1117, and followed by Mimoy, BJ5, Joseph Kaumban, Pinoy 12345667, and Ryu 99, IAE team, Ronald 14, and Marco Villarreal. Congratulations to our winners, and yes, let's go back to what we are viewing, the game between Sin Archie and Chester. So again, C takes b4. Let's. Oh, he also dropped the e5 pawn. That's the problem. Black's even winning right now, and pawn takes can go there, but oh wait, there's a threat. Pawn takes and then capture. I think queen c6 is best. He can give away the b2 pawn. He can return this material advantage or pass pawn. Give it to the opponent. He already has this d5 pawn, but yep. What about this move? Oh, takes, queen takes. He prioritized this move. He could play this first. Okay, there, and then capture pawn with check. That should be the move, and then just take the b2 pawn next on that area. But again, the queen would be far away from defending. I think that is the worry of white, but take a look at that. So it's so annoying. It's so annoying actually. Okay, black is just a space advantage, and the queen keeps on checking the king. This pawn drops. Of course, the bishop will fall. But what important is black has a 5 pass pawns. Black rook can always go either of these files, so it's simply winning. So he has to go back, but then queen takes pawn again, losing another pawn. Whoa! So Sir Chester 25, congratulations in advance. You have a lot of time, 7 minutes, and you're winning the game. Yeah, not unless white can swindle. So let's go with other players. Let's check the other players. Let's check. So IE Batangas with only two players playing. Vona Bishop. We already saw their game. Vanexus. Yeah, let's check the games of Vanexus. But here there's a problem. The pawn h7 is dropping already. Oh. This formation of white is too strong. It's so hard for black to bear this formation. Check and e5. So is black losing or is there any chance for black? Not unless the queen can go in front and then mate, but it won't happen to because of bishop g6. But there's g6 and this move capture. Oh, there's a problem now. I think black is losing a lot of pawns in the king side. So Vanexus made a mistake, I think, in the opening, but I don't know which part because I'm not familiar with this formation or this variation. Medi 11 2072 is just good in playing this as white. Alright, let's check. So knight goes to g3, attacking this bishop. Another pressure to the bishop. So he will take that bishop on the next turn. He cannot go g3 because this is a two-fold attack, twice attack square. He would lose the pawn after the exchanges, and the a6 will become weak. What are the moves done? So bishop e4, knight b6, bishop c1. So here he tried to preserve this bishop. He wants to move the bishop on h3, a3, I think. Knight goes there. He's ready to challenge the bishop on e4. All right, and after this move, okay, rook f e8, rook f e8, protecting the knight. So bishop g6 cannot be played. He's now going for g3 and g4 in this position. So I think yeah, let's just stick for a while here. 10 minutes before the end of this IEE Season 4 Group 2B team battle, and this is brought to you by a lot of sponsors. Let's name them. Let's announce sponsors. Wait, guys. Okay, so this tournament is brought to you by no other than C Plus, Emerald, Solicar Construction and Supplies Incorporated, F1 Engineering Services, Fujihaya AIM, Frobibus 2004, Hennicos Technologies Incorporated. And of course, the Institute of the Integrated Electrical Engineers since 1975 is very proud to present the IIE National Chess Olympiad, which is organized by no other than the IIE Chess Masters since 2020. So those are the details of our tournament, and the live streaming is brought to you by no other than Yalvin Chess for Pinoy Facebook page and Yalvin Chess YouTube channel. Oh, there's a problem now. The knight is pinned and it's a two-fold attack. There's only one defender at the back. This is the target. So white can win now the knight without any problem. So I think we're now going to another board, and let's check other players. Which players were not able to to view their view his or her game. Sino pa ba? Hindi pa natin nakita yung laro. Engineer Jerome Diaz is also here. All right, Simon Michael Suasilio versus Aglipa Oberio, and then Chester Pinoy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Noah Skyler. They already played a while ago. Yetbo versus Mon. Oh, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Let's check this out. 8 minutes before the end of this tournament, and yeah, thank you very much IIE for trusting our analysis, and of course for giving us opportunity uh, to broadcast your tournament. Thank you very much IIE, and let's check our audibles. It's almost now 8 minutes or 7 minutes before the end of this tournament. Yes, and which team is leading? Right now, there is a clear, crystal clear advantage for the PSME Chess Club with their highest pointer MJ Master 216. Okay, they have 32 points. Southern Laguna, as always, at their back, 25 points. Metro South 23. CRCSA chapter with 18. IIE Bulacan with 18. Bahrain with 16. WRCSA with 15. CDO with 12. Cebu chapter with 7. And Batangas with 5. So I think there's a clear advantage now for PSME, and Southern Laguna has to catch 7 points. Yeah, is that 7? Yes, he has to catch 7 points so that they can share the lead or take over before 7 minutes ends up. But in reality, it's so hard because this is a 10 minutes game. So a game should take 20 minutes maximum. So, and if you will take it into half, for example, somebody will win on a 10-10 with only half being consumed. That is only 5 minutes for each. With 10 minutes, 7 minutes doesn't fit to that. So I think virtually PSME is the winner for this 2B group chess team battle. It's so interesting here a while ago because of this deep one, and now Black is trying to eradicate all the defenders or blacker of that one. So this is why I chose this game to be featured because of their good formation, of course. And Black now, I usually play this actually. So this is strategy, and yeah, Black is want to crack down White's pawn so he can attack. But then White gave him the pass pawn, so White started to block this pass pawn as early as 20 moves. But Black's job is to eliminate those blockers. So again, eliminate. So Black is doing his job well. Sir Yetbo is doing his job well, I think. And now he's attacking there. This follows a4, a5. Yeah, I am correct. So queen a6, but with a simple castle, Black wants to achieve the two rooks on these two files, and I think it will happen eventually without any problem. Oh, what a nice position for the king. He doesn't go for castle, but right away go for protecting the c6 pawn. Oh, this is what I miss. White is already attacking the c6 pawn, and he wants to just press. Black would just want to protect it for sure, and then continue with putting the rook on the two files, the b and the a file. So that is rook a8 and rook b8, and afterwards Black can simply start checkmating Black in that position. Would he go for rook takes b bishop? But I think yeah, it's not appropriate on this part. So queen d3, Rook there, and then queen d2, queen d2 or queen b2. But queen takes h3 is already coming into this game. Oh, don't do that. Queen a7 is so faster. Makes it faster because there's a check. And there is bishop takes c5, of course. That connects to all of them. So king should not go that way. Wow, that's a bold one. Queen goes on a5. Okay, threatening here. Threatening queen to a4. 3 minutes. And whoa. Third PS ME just even got farther with 38 points, and Metro South is taking over in the second half with 27. Laguna still on 25. There's a climax here, and PSME, congratulations, you're already virtually the winner of this tournament. So let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, what a nice strategy. You even didn't land your best player for now, but there's a best player for PSME. We saw last few weeks ago, and if he's here, I don't think so what will happen. But I don't know the rules. If are you going to field the same players, or are you free to field whoever he wants to? Just three of them. So I ask also review the guidelines so that I'll know and explain it to you guys. But for now, okay. So white resigned here because there is a uh, queen a3 check. Right, so let's view now the IAE Season 4 Group 2B team battle with 2 minutes left. Bono Bishop here on the presented diagram versus Agdipay Oberio, and they're just still keep on fighting with 9 minutes and 7 minutes. If the timer ends, then this game doesn't count to score, so that's the sad story. And there are a lot ongoing games. Yeah, here is still on the opening. And then Metro South is still in the opening. So a lot of games are still in the opening, and this will end soon. And the winners to be declared here are we're going to look into. But let's check Aglipay Overi versus Bonavicius game. So black has no queen, but how would you take down black quickly? Okay, you wanna go this way, but the rook is and the bishop is guarding. That's the problem. But white has a pass pawn. Maybe he will use the pass pawn, but it's still two-fold attack on c8, so he cannot just go there or go here or go there so easily because there are guards. Black has some guards. So how are you going to play this position? So maybe a5, just tricking the bishop around, and then but start raiding. That's the problem. And I think this move is very easy to confine, or very easy to do now. The dark bishop is gone, but there are two pass pawns for white, so still white's on the right track here, and I think he's gonna win this position. But to attack this area doesn't give any advantage to white. So hard to crack down that area because of the defenders. But using the two pass pawns is the best way to end this game. Right. For those who follow us, thank you very much and watch our live. Thank you very much. So let's go back and check. 6 seconds, and yeah, 6 seconds, and it's almost there, guys. Excuse me. Where is my this one? Yeah, all right. So we have a winner now, and let's give a round of applause to our winners of this tournament. Okay, PSME Chess Club has 2 wins now on from the last Group 2B team battle, and now they're still the winner, and followed by Metro South, followed by Laguna, Southern Laguna with 25 points, CRCSA with 22 points, followed by Bahrain with 19, Bulacan with 18, WRCSA on 7th with 15, IECDO with 14 points, Cebu chapter with 9, and Batangas with 5. And in the individual, we have MJ Master from the PSME Chess Club with 16 points, Aglipay Oberio with 13 points, Mon04 from Southern Laguna with 12 points, Bono Bishop with 11 points from Bahrain, and Noah Kyler with 10, SSJ Gunnar with 10, Engineer Jerome Diaz with 10, Bonsky 21 with 9, Yatbo with 9, and Medi 11, 2072 with 9. So again, congratulations to our winners, and yeah, congratulations guys. And to look at our perfect 6 edition. So again, these are the winners also. Congratulations guys. Congratulations. And we also want to thank our sponsors. Let's view them, the sponsors. Okay, so this is brought to you by no other than the following sponsors. Okay, so we have the Safe Plus International Corporation, Emerald, Ebuen Engineering Services, CSC, Solicar Construction and Supply Incorporated, Fuji, Haya, AIM, Probibus 2004, and Genicos Technologies Incorporated. And of course, we also want to thank the teams who participated and give their effort, though there are some conflicting things a while ago with the 6-7 perfect 7 tournament individual. But again, it's you who's the actors or the best actors on this live streaming and the tournament, of course, itself. And so congratulations to all of you. You are all winners to this. When you gave your best playing and dedicating, of course, your energy for the points of your team. So again, this is Yalvin Chess for Pinoy, and this is Yalvin Chess YouTube channel, and I think this is what we have for tonight. So congratulations again to the winners, and we will see each other again next Sunday for the next matches, or for the next for the what is that code? Let's see, for the 5.14, okay, 2C. Yeah, 2C. So that is the group C next week. Right? So you watch out for that. Okay, on next week. So goodbye for now, guys, and see you on next week. Again, thank you to the IIEE. And thank you all viewers. So just keep on sharing this so that everybody would know that there is a tournament from the IIEE Chess Masters. So good night, guys, and see you.
Dawn of the day, I hear you call. Face a new challenge, far, far away. Thrill of the fight as we fight to survive. For honor and glory, strong as a knight. Nothing can break us down. We will all wear a crown. We are unstoppable. We're proud like armor and shield. We are unbreakable. We're all invincible. Now we'll take on the world. We can fight, fight for our life. When the world collapses all around us, fight like a knight. Join the fight, fight for our pride. Never walk the strap. again. Forget our troubles, we're standing the pain. Some others are gone, but spirits remain. We're fighting the names while victory awaits. We're invincible, let's take on the world. Fight for our lives. When the world collapses all around us, fight like a knight. Join the fight for our pride. Never walk the stripe for what you believe in is right. Immortal hero, immortal hero. Immortal hero, immortal hero, immortal hero. We're all invincible. Winning isn't viable.